Yes, there are other people doing what you're doing. That business idea, that book, that thing that you want to start, other people are doing it too. And because of that, it feels like your industry, your niche, your market is just oversaturated. Too much noise, too much going on, to the point where you feel quieted. You feel like you can't fully shine your light. You feel like you can't fully share your voice. Why? Because other people are doing it too. My friend, it is time to no longer allow that reality hold you back from doing it anyway, from starting your business anyway, from walking in your God-given calling anyway, from launching that thing anyway. And you know for a fact, my friend, that one of the reasons why you are not doing what you need to be doing consistently is because you're scared of all that noise, of all the competition, of the high demand that other people seem to be in, and therefore you feeling less important. Can I just take this podcast episode to change your mind for a second? You can stand out from the noise. You can shine your light. You can do it anyway. No matter how many people are in your niche, no matter how many people are going about your market, no matter how many people have a similar idea, you can still do it and you can still succeed in it. So let's talk about that today. If this is your first time here, welcome, friend. I'm Angel Marie. I'm your host of the God Empowered Entrepreneur podcast, and my goal is to pour into you in every single one of these episodes so that you walk away feeling encouraged, feeling equipped, and feeling ready to do what God is calling you to do as the amazing creative entrepreneur that you are. One of the biggest holdbacks, fears that I see from a lot of the clients that I work with is, Angel, there's just too many people doing this. This just isn't a good idea, and I basically missed my chance. Other people got to it first. This is the wrong mentality to have, and I want to tell you why. First off, it's actually a good thing to be in a market, a niche, or to have an idea that is in high demand, meaning people want it, and therefore there's a lot of people trying to offer it to those people that want it, aka entrepreneurs starting a specific program or book or launch that meets someone's need, because that need is in high demand. And sometimes when we see something that is in high demand and we see all the competition in it, we get scared and we hold back and we think, well, I shouldn't be in something that's high demand. It's too noisy. I should start something new and fresh and completely pivot into something that nobody has ever done before. I believe that there are times for that, but more than likely, you just have the wrong mentality. It's good for something to be in high demand and for you to exist in it as a leader who can offer a solution in whatever that thing is that is in high demand. The reason why is because you simply know that people want this. And just because other people are giving it, selling it, doesn't mean that you can't give it and that you can't sell it too. There's enough for everybody. And I want to talk about why. The biggest way that you can stand out among the noise, among the chaos, among the oversaturation, among what feels like there's a lot of high competition is to lean on your unique differentiator. That's what I like to call it. What makes you uniquely different? What sets you apart from everyone else that could be doing the similar things that you are trying to do yourself? Rather than looking at the idea or the program or the product, the service, the book that is the same or similar as someone else's, and that is making you question if you should even go about it in the first place. Instead, look inward and ask yourself, what makes me different from the other person that is selling this too, that is going about this too? What makes me different? The reason why I want you to ask yourself this question, my friend, is because people oftentimes don't buy something because of the value in that thing, first and foremost. They don't buy it for the thing in and of itself. They buy it because they trust in the person, that is selling it. They're not fully invested in your expertise and how many followers you have and you just having all of this credibility. They're first and foremost invested in your personality. That is what gets people to choose to work with you or to buy your product, buy your service, to buy your book over someone else's who may have similar offerings. Now, I don't say that to create a competitive mindset in you. Like I said, there's enough for everyone. I say that in order to create a confident mindset in you so that you can see that you, your personality, who God created you to be, it's worth it to shine your light. There are people who need it within your voice because of who you are. And that is why they would choose to trust in you, to work with you, to go invest in you over someone else who could have something similar. This is so essential because a lot of times we get so dimmed. We dim our light. We don't see our relevancy because the world is so noisy. Everyone wants to start a business. Everyone wants to be an influencer. Everyone wants to try this and do this. And because we're in such a heavy online society in today's world, we're seeing it everywhere. It's not like we're just living and existing in our own box and trying to go about it. No, we're seeing other people pursue it too, and that creates mental chaos. We start comparing, we start questioning, we start wondering if we should even go this route now that we're seeing a ton of other people do it. God doesn't want you to dim your light by comparing your life or your idea to someone else's. He wants you to just do what he's calling you to do and to stop questioning him in what he's calling you to do. And I truly believe that a great way for you to build confidence in that is to find that unique differentiator of yours. Now, how do we find it? Because let's be real, sometimes a lot of us don't feel all that great about ourselves. We're not all that confident. So it's hard for us to sometimes choose and pick what makes us unique, what makes us different in a way that stands out to people and really shines our light. The first thing that I want you to think about to help you find this is to ask yourself, what personality traits are you known for? If someone were to describe you, what would they say? Are you super kind? Are you super grounded? Are you more hardcore? Are you awkward? Are you funny? Are you outgoing? Are you mentally intelligent in a specific area? Think about personality traits that you are known for. And maybe this is hard for you to know yourself. Maybe you're like, well, I don't really know. That's okay. Ask people. Ask your family. Ask your friends. Ask on your Instagram story. Literally ask, what personality traits would you say that I'm known for? And see what people say. And as you do that research, write it all down in one place, something as simple as a Google document, and find a pattern. What is a pattern that you're finding in what people are saying about you and even about yourself if you've written that down as well? This will help you come to terms with understanding more of your personality traits that you are known for. It's what makes you you. And I believe that that is the first question, the first finding in you understanding your unique differentiator. I'll give you an example. I am known to be encouraging. People know me for that. I like to encourage. I'm naturally good at it. I literally, a spark lights up in me whenever I do it. I'm known for encouraging words. I'm known for lifting people up. So if I'm known for that, then that could be one of my unique differentiators that I encourage. So if I know that, then that is the approach that I could take as I go about my calling, my social media posts, my YouTube videos, my podcast, a future book, my launch, how I market, how I talk. I lead with the personality trait of encouraging. Some of you might lead with the personality trait of just being funny and entertaining. Some of you might lead with a personality trait of just being a little bit more introverted. That's okay. The whole point is for you to discover what that is and to lean on that as a strength, not as a weakness. Use that as your marketing angle. Literally, when it comes to shining your light and doing what God is calling you to do as an entrepreneur. Second, ask yourself, how do you best relate to people? We live in a world today where people want to watch something or work with someone or invest in something when they can relate to it. They can relate to you. So what is the best way that you can relate to other people? Think about your life. Think about what you've dealt with, what you've had to overcome, what you're looking to accomplish. How can you best relate to people based off of these certain scenarios? And maybe this is something that you take note on as well. You write it out, you think through it more deeply. And to give more power to it, I would recommend that you think about how you relate to people when it comes to a struggle, when it comes to a pain. Because when people see that you can relate to a struggle or pain that they have, they're more likely going to want to consider working with you or looking into your offers, your products, your services, your book, because they feel connected to you. They feel like you get them. And a lot of times that's all people want. They just want to feel like someone is coming human to human eye level with them, looking them in the eye and saying, hey, I see you. I hear you. I've been there before. I feel your pain. You are not alone. And if that is something that you can highlight in your God-given light as you pursue what he's calling you to do, rather than dimming your light because you're so scared about the competition and the oversaturation and this person is already doing it, then my friend, you're already winning because you're connecting with people just by leveraging how you can relate to them in the best way. For me, for example, I relate to people a lot when it comes to the emotional battles behind entrepreneurship. When I first started my entrepreneur journey and I was discovering all of this pain and mental roadblocks and spiritual warfare that I was experiencing just by trying to build what God was calling me to create. And I just remember thinking, man, I know other entrepreneurs can relate to this. I know that this is something that more and more people probably want to hear about and talk about. Let me just relate and let me vocalize it and talk about it. So think about, for you, what that angle would be. How can you best relate to people? Are you a mom and you can best relate to moms? Are you in corporate America and you can best relate to a male-dominated industry? Are you an artist who is annoyed with the need to show up on social media when you don't want to, and you just want to focus on your art, your paintings, your writings, your drawings? Is that something you can relate to with other artists? Think about that for you, because that is an angle that you can leverage when it comes to showing up and shining your light. The last question that I would recommend that you ask yourself to help you find your unique differentiator: what do you stand for and what do you stand against? It is okay to vocalize publicly what you are for and what you are not for, even if it's controversial, even if it's an unpopular opinion. This is what sets you apart. This is what makes you different. And it helps increase your boldness to say it rather than remaining in the background, staying hidden because you're scared of what people are going to think about you. Think about the specifics of your niche, of the direction you're wanting to head in. What are you for in that niche? And what are you absolutely not for? What do you hate seeing online that makes you cringe, that triggers you, where you're like, why is this so normalized in this niche or in this market? I want to change that. Even what you stand for. And why do you want to make that known? Why is that important? For me, as an example, I stand for doing business God's way. I stand for going against worldly norms, industry norms, when it comes to growth, by making God the center of your business again and watching your mental, your emotional, your spiritual, and your business all skyrocket because you did that. Now, what do I stand against? I had hinted at this earlier, but I stand against worldly norms. I stand against industry norms that I feel like are cringy, are annoying, are frustrating, and at the end of the day, without you even realizing it, bring you farther away from God rather than closer to him. That at the end of the day, in my opinion, I feel like causes more problematic things versus positive things. For example, I stand against influencer, brand ambassador stuff. I stand against people selling products from other brands, at least right now. And the reason why I do that is because social media right now and ads on Netflix and other streaming services are taking that and they are going all in. I feel like all I see on my feed are ads for this thing and buy this TikTok shop product and look at this dress, you should get it. And look at this ad for Geico and insurance. Hey, you should get it. I mean, it is maddening and it's nonstop. So for me, I am learning that I stand against that. I do not like that. And it is why I don't use TikTok shop on TikTok as a seller. It's why I no longer do brand deals like I used to do. It's not necessarily a bad thing that other people do this. I mean, to each its own. For me, though, because I find it frustrating, I do stand against it and I will not do it. I also stand against you making more money when you can't even manage the current money that God gave you. There are certain things that I just simply stand against. And I will talk about that. I will vocalize it. I will represent it within my own brand. And this is something I want you to think about as well. What do you stand for? What are you against? What do you like? What do you not like? What do you feel like is helping to progress people versus what tends to distract people or hold people back based off how you want to help them? Your unique differentiator exists and it is relevant. And it really is a matter of you finding what that is. And once you do, not just allowing it to sit there in your mind, but to do something with it. Leverage it to shine your light, to show up, to get consistent again, and to stop comparing yourself to other people that are in similar niches, markets, or have similar offerings. You are different because there is something so beautifully unique about you and how God created you to be. Lean into that, because that, my friend, is your selling point. That, my friend, is how you make impact. That, my friend, is what gets you connected to the people that God is calling you to serve. Lean in, leverage it. Do not stray away from it. I hope this was helpful for you, my friend. And if you're looking for more help to dive deeper into successfully going about your God-given calling as an entrepreneur, I would love for you to check out my free 3-day mini course that you can get right down below in the description if you're watching this on YouTube, or in the show notes if you are watching this via audio podcast. This 3-day free mini course is going to walk you through the mindset, marketing, and money strategy that I recommend that you go all in on if you are wanting to build a profitable, impactful online business, but doing it God's way. And I truly believe you listening into those videos within that mini course, it's going to help build the confidence in you when it comes to that unique differentiator that we were talking about in today's episode. Check it out. It's for free for you. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next week for another episode.